Sawadee-ha. Hi everybody, I'm Candy.
And I'm Vidya. And today we're going to be talking about how Thai stay cool for the summer. Do you know that song, Cool for the Summer?
There's a song called Cool for the Summer?
By Demi Lovato.
Is that new?
A lot of hate right now.
Wait, is this a new song?
Yeah. It's like, tell me what you want, what you like.
That's it?
It's okay. I don't know. I'm cool for the summer.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be sure to hit that up on Spotify to stay relevant. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks.
So you heard about what's going on with her, right?
Her and like trying to take down a small local ice cream shop in Century City?
Yes. Anyways, we're not here to talk about Demi Lovato.
No, we're here to talk about Thailand. So let's get going about that. First of all, let's break down the seasons in Thailand because I don't think a lot of people understand the seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right now it is the month of April here in the United States, which is springtime, right? But in Thailand, this is our summer season, friend. Yeah, break down our summer season, buddy.
Our summer season is March to May, so these are the hottest months of the year. And then after that is rainy season, and then it's
the cool season.
Yeah,
so our rainy monsoon season, or also known as our green season, spans a long time actually. It spans like June through October, whereas our winter season, like you said, goes from November through February, I guess.
Right. So today we're going to be talking about how to stay cool in Thailand, because when you're there during the hottest months of the year, it gets really, really hot. And it's not like America hot. You know, it's not dry hot. It's humid. It's sweaty.
Yes. It's muggy. It's like the moment you get outside, that humidity hits you and you're cutting through it.
But you know what? The local Thai people there, they don't sweat. Even though the weather is so hot, they do not sweat.
I never understood how this happens. They look good. They look good. They go out and they look good all day. How do they do it, friend?
How do they do it? And we're here to decipher
We're going to break that down for you because it is a mystery, which I hope that we can share with all of you guys today.
Mm-hmm. So today we're going to be breaking down the 4 elements, which are going to be food, body, destination, and
activities.
Activity, yes.
Yes.
All right, so starting with food, some of the things that my grandma used to do to keep cool was to eat watermelon with rice, and along with all of her other dishes.
Wait, so like the watermelon was that like a dessert that you ate?
No, it was something that you ate with all of the savory food along with the rice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think that I've ever heard of that. I know that traditionally Thai people would eat like parts of watermelon with shredded fish. Like that's kind of like a hanbolan, like a very ancient Thai food, but I've never heard of eating watermelon.
Yeah, at first I thought it was like, oh, my grandma is a weirdo, right? But
a weirdo.
Yeah, but I've actually seen older Thais at the temple, even the temples here, eating watermelon with rice, like straight up, because it was a really hot day.
So I'm assuming that obviously the watermelon is chilled, right? And so you bite into that and it's very juicy and a nice crunch to it. Oh, okay, well let's try that. You know, it is watermelon season here, I think.
Yeah, and speaking of fruit, why don't you explain that there are what's it called, like different
types of Thai fruits,
but they also kind of like affect your body in different ways.
Well, obviously everyone knows about durian, which is the king of Thai fruit, but it is also one that raises not only your blood sugar but your body temperature because of all of the sugar that's in there, and it is a major carbohydrate. So you don't necessarily, it's great to eat all of these obviously, but I wouldn't recommend it during the summer season. A lot of Thai fruit that's really great to eat during the summer season include mangosteen because it's very fleshy, and lychee, and ngot I believe falls into that category too. So that very fleshy, juicy fruit that is really nice to cool down with. And another favorite that Thai people eat during the summertime is khao cha. So can you break that down, bud? What's khao cha?
So khao cha, a straightforward definition, is rice soaked in water.
Yes, very simple. Yeah, and that originated. I think it was originally Mon, from the Mon area, like the Myanmar Burmese area, and then was adapted by King Rama II during that time period. And you can actually find a lot of khao cha in restaurants nowadays because it is kind of like bringing back the old dish. So it's a very hip experience. A lot of old markets have it too.
So from what I've heard is that khao cha used to be something that royalties would eat, and
eventually it reached the little people.
The peasants.
The peasants?
Like us.
Well, I mean, yes. So it is a part of royal cuisine, but I think along the way, people, the regular folk that you're talking about, ate it, but in a more simplistic fashion, right? Obviously, you know, like the royalty might have had some really decadent side dishes for it, but you know, there are plenty of side dishes that you can normally find at a khao cha restaurant. One of my favorites is the kapi balls, little
those are so good.
So it's fermented shrimp paste balls, and I think they roll it up, if I remember correctly, and then they eventually stir fry it or deep fry it or something, but it comes out in a very ball formation, salty and sweet. So it's a little sweet savory ball, and then that's one of my favorites. What do you like to eat as a side dish for that?
For me, I like to eat the plaik yuak, which is stuffed bell pepper.
Yes, stuffed bell peppers.
Stuffed bell pepper. That was really good. And then I also like the kai chipol,
which is the sweet turnips. Yes.
With eggs.
Yes, it's all coming back to me.
Yeah.
I believe there's only one restaurant that has that here in LA, or at least before.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know which one? Dun 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 dun.
Is it Katom Hollywood?
You would think that Katom Hollywood, a place that is known for their porridge, would have it. I don't think so, but I believe Chef Vanda of Ayara Thai had it as a seasonal dish during the summertime for several years, actually.
Katom Hollywood does have it.
Are you sure?
I remember eating kai chipol there numerous times.
Okay, but kai chipol is a very normal thing to have with porridge, but specifically as a khao cha experience, where
Chef
it's
Vanda has a khao cha experience.
Yes.
Oh.
Where you could order khao cha, and it would actually be the rice that was in an icy jasmine scented water, and then you would have all of these side dishes on the side.
So does that mean she has kapi ta too?
I believe she did, but she doesn't have it on the menu anymore because it was something that I think was a little hard to grasp for a lot of people.
Yeah, because I think that's one of the side dishes that's really hard to find here.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, so I used to work at a Thai restaurant, and we did have khao cha season only too.
Oh.
Yeah, and the owner would actually import in those shrimp paste balls, and we would refry it here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that you could import that stuff into the country, but
I think she imported it. I don't know if she just, like smuggled it in or something.
Into a carry-on.
People do.
We've got to find a way to get our goods. Well, yeah, sad that not a lot of restaurants jump on it because it is something very hard to make. But if it is there, it is something very greatly appreciated because it's something that's really cool. And it's not a matter of so you said earlier today when we were talking about it that you would just put all of the little condiments into your spoon and just stuff it in your mouth.
Yeah.
That is not the way we do khao cha, my friend. You gotta eat it elegantly.
There's a way to eat
you
it.
have to eat the sides, and then you eat on that, and then after that you take a spoonful or like a little spoon of the rice, and to cool it down, and then you top that off by chewing or biting onto some ginger or some fresh cucumber, kind of the fresh herbs. Yeah, keeps you cool, buddy.
Okay. So how do you make the rice?
The khao.
Yeah.
So it's not just regular jasmine rice apparently, because regular jasmine rice, and then if you pour it in water, it gets too mushy. There's a type of rice, I don't exactly know what, but it is a more, I guess, malleable type of rice, where even after you've put in the water, it doesn't just get all like fluffy and mushy. It still holds on to that rice grain feeling. So you have a harder rice that's been cooked, and then you pour in this fragrant water that's been that has usually some jasmine blossoms that give it that scent, as well as the scented candle. The same scented candle that you would use for desserts, Thai desserts.
The one that's like a U shape, and then you light it up at the ends of the U, right?
Yes, yes. You light on the tips, and then you put it into whatever pot or bowl, and then cover it, and that smoke then gives it that smoky scent.
Huh. We should try.
We should. Let's see how successful we would be.
Yeah.
What's next on our list on staying cool, friend?
Well, a few of the other mainstream foods for staying cool in Thailand is shaved ice.
Shaved
ice. The OG.
The one that comes in the bowls, and you can pick your little toppings as well. We're all about toppings, aren't we?
What toppings?
For shaved ice? Well, for shaved ice, isn't the Khnom Thai, like the Thai desserts where you can get the red bean and then the palm sugar, then corn.
The chestnuts.
Yes.
That sounds really good today because California's been getting hot.
Well, we are moving to the summertime, so a little bit of heat would be okay.
Yeah. Drinks. Nam Gek Hoi or chrysanthemum tea, iced chrysanthemum tea is really good for cooling down. And also I actually hounded down our coworkers, and Lurt told me about Nam Jap Liang, which is a 10-herb iced tea.
I have never heard of that before.
I've never heard of it either, but he was really excited about it.
Okay,
really
then it must be real, because if Lurt says it's real, then it's real.
Yeah, because Lurt knows everything.
He is. We should have him as a guest on our podcast sometimes, because I think this podcast would then expand to like 10 hours.
Yes, and we're trying to keep it short.
Under 20 minutes, guys. All right.
Yeah. And other than that, our fruit slushes, or the most popular one, are watermelon slushes, because the watermelon in Thailand is super duper sweet. And it's just super yummy,
A couple other things. Well, in terms of fruit, you've also got what's really popular. Mango slushies is really great. And coconut juice slushies are very popular. Since coconuts are in abundance in Thailand, definitely make it into a slushie or just like whack it open.
All right, so, moving on
to
the next element, which is the body.
Yes.
What do you do to your body?
What do I do with my body? So we're just gonna name 4 quick things because there's lots of other things that we can possibly do, but one thing that Thai people love is using Prickly Heat by Snake brand, which is a nice talcum powder that cools the body.
So do you know how to actually use it the proper way that Thais use it?
I didn't know until we talked to Lurt yesterday. I just assumed that you take the powder and then kind of pat yourself down in areas, whether it's like around the neck or armpits or something.
But no, you're supposed to. So after a cold shower, you get the powder and then you add more water to it so that it's a little bit sticky, so it sticks to your body. And legit, I'm quoting him right now, it feels like you're in a snowstorm.
Who are you quoting again? Lurt? So it was in a snowstorm. I'd agree, because I actually have here, I know that we were saying that Prickly Heat is a powder. I have here the Prickly Heat spray version, and you kind of just shake it up and I don't know
how does that feel?
So Prickly Heat is it keeps you cool, but it also has this burning sensation. So I'm kind of burning.
I think the burning is the cooling.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you okay there?
Yeah, it's a little hot in LA as well as the corner, so.
Well, other things that Thais do to their body to keep cool is a lot of people carry portable mini fans.
Yes. What do? They just pull it out of their bags?
Pull it out of their bag and then just kind of like blow it over their face, their armpit, their whatever,
Their armpits. Have you guys ever seen a portable fan that you put around your neck? Okay, this would go around my neck. And then, you just keep it cool. It's amazing. This too I picked up in Thailand.
That's great.
I know, I'm really cool. I don't want to burn.
It's a really cool invention there.
It is. I think you can purchase online for like $1. Something.
Yeah. Some other things that you can purchase during a hot day are those cold towelettes at 7-Eleven.
Every 7-Eleven, whether it's 7-Eleven, Family Mart, or any convenience store in Thailand, you walk in to the ice cream section or where they have the ice, and then you pull out these little disposable towelettes that are also nicely scented, usually jasmine scented or some sort of fragrance. So you open that up and then you just kind of put it on your forehead, wipe down yourself.
Sounds so nice.
One of my favorites.
All right, saving the best for last. This is your favorite item.
Yes, it is my favorite item, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Cooling Fresh menstrual pads by Sophie. I know, you're like, what the F? I think it's the biggest chagrin, every traveling while being on your period. I discovered these a couple years ago, and I was going to get feminine napkins because it was that time of the month, and my friend goes, why are you getting that? Why are you getting a regular kind? Try these. And she points me to them, and they are these cooling menstrual pads. So the moment you put them on, it cools you down. It is like an ice storm, similar to what in your pants. So similar to what Lurt was talking about. Yes, these are an ice storm in your pants. And not only do they keep you fresh, but cool.
So there's a cooling gel that's inside.
Yes, that is activated upon touch.
That is so cool.
So when we talked about some of these items, I think a lot of them you can actually find online. I know that you can find the Prickly Heat on Amazon. I'll still check and see if you can find these pads. We found them at a local Thai market here in LA at Phu Khao. It was a surprise for us. I don't know if they're online, but we'll let you know if they are.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. The third element is destination. Yeah, obviously, beaches. You can't go wrong with beaches.
No, you cannot go wrong with beaches because Thailand has a bunch of them.
Right, but not everyone can, get to Phuket or Krabi or to the south. And a lot of people that live in Bangkok opt to take a little day trip down to Pattaya or Hua Hin for a little beach weekend vacay.
Yeah, a one-dayer. I think Pattaya is definitely a one-day experience because that's like an hour, but Hua Hin, depending on traffic, can be 2 to 3 hours. So that could be a weekend getaway, but at least something within driving distance.
Right. And if you can't get to the beach, that is totally okay because Bangkok is full of water parks.
It is all over. I think there's a wake park that's really close by. Yes, a wakeboarding park that's a little bit outside of Bangkok, and that's actually a really, really big phenomenon. And then you were talking about how there are those big wave
for surfing.
But it's like man-made waves.
Yeah, that's like inside a mall or something.
Yeah.
Speaking of malls, there's so much to do in a mall in Thailand. Like, aside from surfing, there are actually water parks inside the mall too. There's markets inside the mall. There's theaters, bowling alleys, museums, photo galleries,
spas, restaurants, everything happens.
Bars.
Yeah. So that's definitely why Thai people love spending hours upon hours in the malls, not only because it is cool, because there's so many activities that can go on in a mall.
Right, you can spend the whole day in a mall and not be able to do everything.
Yeah, I've done that many times. I've definitely been stuck in the mall.
Yeah, same.
Like, oh, okay, well, you go in really early and you come out, it's like night.
So, you know how in Thailand, even though during the day it's really, really hot, but once you get to the evening, it starts to cool down a lot.
Yes.
And the weather becomes really, really nice. So another popular family activity is taking your kite and going to the park.
Your kite?
Yeah.
I didn't know this was a Mary Poppins segment. Let's go fly a kite.
It's a thing. There's like a bunch of people that take their kites out to the park, like Lumpini Park or Sanamuang.
I think I was 5 the last time I played with a kite. I mean,
5?
I definitely have seen a lot of like children's books, Thai children's books that have like, let's go play with a kite, but I have never really seen a kid.
People also play with kites.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Okay,
People
well.
at the beach play with kites.
Even now?
Yes, I see people with kites all the time. You just don't go to the beach because you don't like the water.
Yes, this is true. I don't like the water. I don't like the sand. So I avoid beaches. Yes. Yes.
All right, the last element are activities. What are some activities that you like to do when it's too hot?
When I am in Thailand and it is so flippin' hot, I opt to go get a massage. But okay, so there's different types of massages in different places. Obviously, so when people are at the beach and they're out playing water, I look for the massage tent where a little, person can come out and give me a massage, and I can take a massage with a sea breeze and everything like that. Or I will go to a mall, because that's where massages places tend to be, and I will go hang out there because it's air conditioned too.
That sounds really nice.
Yes. Think about it. You're in a nice, cool room, in a quiet room, and it's usually dark, and then they just, beat you up.
I love that.
Yes, for an hour.
Yeah.
Where in LA can you get a hour-long massage for $10?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Literally nowhere. Okay. So what if you can't go to an indoor spa with AC? Then what else can you do?
Then you go to an outdoor spa, buddy. Have you ever heard of clay mud baths?
But it's hot outside.
Yes. Okay. So in a lot of, I've seen this out in like local communities, especially down south in like Nakhon, I think they have this whole concept where people can go into a lake and they will take the mud water, the clay, and then like rub it on their skin as like an exfoliating experience, but it's also really meant to cool down the body as well.
That's in Nakhon, Thailand.
I've seen it in Nakhon. I've also seen it in local communities like Trat. That's out to the east of Thailand too.
Okay.
And I'm sure a lot of other communities do it too, but
Yeah.
these tend to be more of the
So
popular
is
ones.
that something that's like a traditional thing that Thai people or Thai women did to stay cool back in the days or something?
I don't know necessarily if it's like how long it dates back in our culture, but I wouldn't discount the idea, being that it is found in a lot of smaller communities, like fishermen communities that are located closer to water.
Cool.
Yeah.
How chic.
Maybe we can bottle it or something from the mountains and waterfalls of Tarat. Your own spa in a bottle.
Yeah. What's really popular with around Thais are water activities. Because it's hot. Water activities are done throughout the whole year. Some water activities include boating if you have a boat or you have access to it. There's wakeboarding, like we said earlier. There's surfing. And actually surfing culture has become so popular in the last few years in Thailand. It's insane.
Very, very, very popular.
Yeah.
And I don't think our waves are that big.
No, but the waves are really ideal for beginners.
Yes. And so for those beginning Thais or those who want to experience surfing, I've had a lot of friends that fly out of here and they take surfboards back to Thailand.
That is so cool. I think it's because one, our water is warm, our waves aren't like too harsh, and also there's no sharks like there are here.
Bingo, bango. But there's like other things like jellyfish.
Yeah.
So we do have a small trade-off. Any other cool things? Oh.
Yeah. White water rafting is really popular up in the north if you're ever in the mountains during the summer, and also luxury bamboo rafting.
Luxury bamboo rafting. I think we'll insert a photo right here just so that people can kind of envision.
So going back to when you were talking about massages, right? There's actually some hotels that offer massage on a bamboo raft. As you're going down the river, you're getting a massage, they're bringing you drinks.
Oh my God.
The life.
You're on a raft getting a massage, cool water. Well, only in Thailand. And I think there's I'll check and see exactly which hotel that is. I thought it was the Four Seasons in northern Thailand, whether it's like the Four Seasons Chiang Mai or some over-the-top hotel that offers that. But yes, it is a possibility. And for those who don't have the means to do that, another way to stay cool is also going and dining along these amazing bodies of water. Like a sunset by the beach at a restaurant, or maybe like along a river.
Right. Or even some restaurants have a man-made pond that's inside the restaurant.
And dinner cruises?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah. Water in your face, anywhere. But you know, the odd thing is like all these things happen, it's on the water stuff, but Thai people are also very terrified of the sun.
They are. Dude, I've seen Thai people like wear long sleeve shirts to the beach in the middle of like April. And I was like, dang, they're insane because I would be sweating balls, but also Thai people don't sweat, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't think, maybe that's just the way that they're engineered, you know, like they've acclimated to that type of climate. Obviously they're more used to it. We are not. We're being here from LA, we're very used to dry, cooler weather. And so when we're thrown into it, it's just, you know, your body goes into shock. So yeah. But whatever, you know, these are some of the ways that people stay cool in Thailand. Hopefully these are some ways that you can stay cool too if you get the chance to visit Thailand sometime soon.
Right, hopefully our little 4 elements helped you in your visit to Thailand next time. And thank you so much for listening to us on Thai Time.
All right, thank you again guys. Sawadee ka. See you next time. Bye.